A very good afternoon to all. Welcome back to Tally CA Connect. As I always say, it is really great to meet you all every Wednesday discussing TallyPrime, and we are very happy to have this audience and your love of learning on new features of TallyPrime. We recently have a new release in the month of December, the second week on TallyPrime 7.2. So whenever we talk to chartered accountants on new features, so of late we have been getting that these are our top favorites, and they have been calling it the pro features of TallyPrime. So that gave me an idea, why not call it like a three pro features and the favorites of chartered accountants. And that's how this today's Connect sessions topic was chosen. So please allow me to introduce our expert for today, CA Sonal Jain. So Sonal ji is a tally evangelist. She is a practicing chartered accountant. She heads indirect taxation at her firm. She's an amazing tally trainer and have been dedicatedly organizing sessions at various important forums so that more businesses can benefit from these. So welcome back, Sonal ji. We missed you at our CA Connect forum. So over to you.
Hello everyone. Are you all able to see the tally screen?
Yeah, we
Okay.
are.
So
Yes.
friends, as we all are aware that 7.0 has came up with multiple changes. And what I personally believe, 7.0 is a mini AI version of Tally. Now in this session, we will understand that why I am telling it AI version, because many a things has been automated by Tally, making the work of the user little simpler. So the first thing which I am covering is that is TallyDrive. As the topic says that I would be covering 3 pro tips. The first tip is on the TallyDrive. So the next 15 minutes would be completely on what is TallyDrive, how being a user we can make our work easier and automated, and how Tally has made the backup process completely AI driven. So as we all know, the current era is AI driven, and let's see that how Tally has made the backup process AI driven. So friends, in a simple words, nowadays we all know that how important is data, like being a accountant or being the client himself or being the auditor. Everyone wants data to be accurate and there is some or other backup of that data, because if the data is missed out, we all will be wondering that how to extract it. So generally, the earlier in the tradition regime, we used to take backup either through pen drive or through external drive, and some people used to use Google Drive, but that was also to be done manually. Like we have to manually keep the data on sync, or we have to manually extract the data in a pen drive. So that was a task which involved time and which involved us to remember. But now Tally has automated this backup process. So how it has been automated? So in a simple terms, if you will see, there is one option called data. Under data, there is an option called backup and restore. So if you will go in backup and restore, there are 5 main options. The first thing which we have to do is we have to log into TallyDrive. See, Tally company has given us by default feature wherein now we can back up our data to TallyDrive and save it online. And whenever we want it, we can restore it in our system. We can even give the access of this data to a chartered accountant who want to do audit. And the best part is this backup can be scheduled also, and this backup can be in two form, that is incremental backup and normal backup. So one by one we'll see each aspect. So first thing which I am doing is TallyDrive login and logout. So for logging to TallyDrive, we should remember our tally.net ID. So once I log into my ID, I can anytime see upload the data. So first thing which if I want to see that how many datas are there online, I can click on manage TallyDrive. So you can see that currently this many backups are there in my TallyDrive. This is my serial number, and on this ID, this many backups are there. and at one click I can restore this data. So let's see if I'm taking this backup right now. The last backup of the current company is taken on 24th Feb. Now if I want to take this backup right now, it will be updated over here. So if I take the backup right now, how it will work? Gateway of Tally, data, backup and restore. Clicking on backup and see if I want to take the backup. First, it is asking me where I want to take the backup. So I am clicking on TallyDrive. TallyDrive. It is asking me that which company backup I want to take. So I have to give the path of that data. It is asking me set backup password. Now the importance of this is whenever I want to restore this data, if I want to keep it protected, if I set your password, it will ask me password at the time of restore. So many times we fear that yes, we have done the backup of data, and if someone get the link of that data, he can use that data. To protect this restoration, we can set the password over here. So at one click, the data has been backed up. Now, once I have done enter, you can see that Tally is automatically doing the backup of this. Now, you can see over here, backup, manage TallyDrive again. Now you can see the last fourth item, vertex labels and printing LLP. The last backup taken is 25th Feb 322. I hope everyone came to know that how simple it is now in Tally to take the backup. Can I get the message in chat box like in one click we can take the backup, and that too at TallyDrive, which is available to each user for each serial wise, like 1 GB for single user, 3 GB for multiple user. So the data get backup at one click. No worry for accountant, no worry for owners that how protected my data is. Now I will show many other variation in this. Data, again, clicking on data, backup and restore. So there is another option called schedule backup. Once I click on schedule backup, you can see that currently I have already done schedule for this client. It is telling that recent backup has been success. Like right now I did backup of this and this backup has been success. Daily frequency. And this is the path. Now, if I want to set one more schedule, it is asked here. There is an option called add schedule. On right hand side, you can see the feature. If I'm clicking on add schedule, it is again asking me that which company data you want to keep under schedule backup. So you have to select that backup. Now it is asking you the frequency. Now it's on you that what is the frequency which you want to set for your backup. You can set the frequency once, daily, weekly, monthly. So suppose I am keeping the daily backup. You can even set the time that at what time you want to set it. Take backup now. Now here there is one more beautiful feature. For that you have to simply click F12. Yes. So now what will happen? You have even an option to take incremental backup. The best part of taking incremental backup is that many a time we see that by taking full backup, the size of the backup data becomes so high that many a time we have to eliminate the previous data, and in confusion we many time delete the original data itself. So for saving the space and for better records, what you can do, you can set a practice of taking backup under incremental basis, wherein every day you can take the backup of incremental entries. Like for example, yesterday I did 100 entries. Today I am doing more 2 entries. Under increment backup, only the backup of that additional 2 entries would be taken. And under increment backup, you have an option to restore number of version. Like maximum you can take 366 version, because say taking a leap year into consideration, there can be 366 variation of each day. So this is how you can take incremental data every day wise. So friends, I hope you people are clear that how this is working. For example, let's add one more entry for this data and let's take the backup again. For example, I'm posting 2-3 entries in this backup. So see, I have posted 2 dummy entries under this backup and current timing is 3:26 and I'm scheduling a backup of 3:30 in this. Then we'll see that whether in 3:30 Tally is automatically doing backup or not. So data, backup, schedule backup. So let's schedule the backup for this, add schedule. Once. So if we are just doing demonstration, so I'm scheduling this backup as once. Today's date, I want to schedule it at say 3:29. Take the backup now. Yes. Enter. Save. So you can see that currently it is showing that TallyDrive 25 Feb 2027 once, and the next backup is scheduled at 3:29 25th Feb. So at 3:29 Tally will automatically do the backup of this data. So in 2 minutes we'll again log into TallyDrive and we'll see that whether new file of vertex label printing is getting created or not. Meanwhile, I'll show you other features also in this. I'm again trying to open my presentation, whether it is working or not. Can you see the presentation?
Yeah, the tally screen is visible. I think you'll have to share the entire
Right.
screen so
Okay,
that
now the
yeah.
presentation is visible.
Yes.
Okay, done. So friends, in 1 minute, we'll again log into Drive and we'll see that whether the scheduled backup has been automatically done by Tally or not, like how Tally is making our work simpler. Meanwhile, I'm just taking you to the introduction part of the session. So today, the 3 tips is on, one is on Tally Drive, which we are currently running on. The second is on SmartFind. The third is on Smart Banking. So in TallyPrime, as I said that AI has been introduced by Tally. The first is we saw auto backup, we saw incremental backup, we saw schedule backup, and the other 3 part is restoring the backup and how our CA can get the data from anywhere, everywhere. The other part is recovery option, like for example, if I forget to back up the file, or if I forget the ID, is there any alternate email ID where I can get the recovery email? That we will see. So it's been 3:29. We are again moving to Tally screen. Komal, Tally screen is visible?
Yes.
Huh. So friends, let's see whether Tally has taken backup or not. Backup schedule. So let's see data. Manage TallyDrive. So friends, you can see there are vertex 2 backups are done, 322, 327. I did last entry at 327. This backup has been automatically taken by Tally. The first we did through normal backup, the second is under schedule backup. So you can see for today's date, TallyDrive is having 2 backup. Now there is one more option which I will show you, data backup. Again, we are going to backup only, normal backup. You can take the backup of multiple files also. For example, I'm selecting here two data and clicking on this. Then Tally will do backup of two files as well. Now let's see how the restore option works. So under backup only, there is third option called restore. So suppose I want to restore this data of backup which is taken on 25th Feb 3rd 331. So once I click over here, it will ask me the on which path I want to restore. You can select the path of restore, and what Tally will do, Tally will extract the data from TallyDrive online and restore in your system. So enter. Suppose I am taking one another path. So in one click, the data has been restored. I will show you in the location itself. So in the new folder, I got it restored. You can see the data has been downloaded from TallyDrive. The time is 3:32. So in one click, I got the data from TallyDrive to my system. So from anywhere of the world, if you want to get your data from TallyDrive, you can restore within fraction of second. I'll show you one more feature. Suppose I'm setting the password for that data at the time of backup. For example, at the time of schedule backup. Again, I'm scheduling the backup. And I'm setting the password. Yes. And even I'm setting the email for recovery. So friends, here I did two changes. The earlier in a normal backup version, I showed you that by simply clicking yes, we took the backup. But here I have done two changes. I've set the password. I've even set the recovery ID. Like many a time we forget the details, then we should have some recovery option. And recovery option is available in Tally. So we have set that. So you can see that within 2 minutes, this backup is under process 334 in progress, and the next backup is due on 335. So in 335, this backup will be done. Meanwhile, again moving to the presentation part. So as we saw till now in none of the series, this online backup option was available. It was either manually or through TDL. But now Tally has came up with this online backup option. The manual backups or TDL were getting failed because either there was some or other time consuming process involved, like we have to manually take the data, or if it is a support of TDL, we were dependent on some outside agent. But now it is by default feature of Tally. If you have updated TSS, you have Tally 7.0, you can on your own take the backup. No extra knowledge required. Just you have to log into your tally.net ID, set the password, set the timeline of scheduled backup, and your backup is done within a click. So here Tally solves the problem of each one, the owner, the accountant, and the chartered accountant as well. This backup process is simpler, more secure, reliable, faster, scalable. It has a very fast recovery process. It gives you optimized storage. You can drive the backup process through AI, like it is an automated backup process. So we saw the one-time backup process. I've already shown you in live that how we did this backup. We saw the scheduled backup as well. We even saw the incremental backup. We even saw the restore of backup. Now let's see. Again, we are moving to the Tally screen. So as I scheduled the backup of 3:35, let's see whether that backup is available online or not. So manage TallyDrive. So you can see now there is one more backup of 335. So for Vertex, there are total 3 backup available. Can you see? One is 322, the another is 327, the third is 335. So on 335, we recently took backup, and this backup we have done under password protection. So let's import this data. Let's restore this data, whether it is asking password or not. So data, let's restore this data. Data, backup, restore. So we are restoring this data on, say, I'm again giving one more location. So this is the location, suppose I'm giving. So I want to restore the latest one, this. I have to restore from, say, TallyDrive. So it is asking me that which TallyDrive data you want to restore. So I want to restore the last one, the recent one which I took, that is 335, and it is asking me password required. So friends, whichever backup you are keeping on TallyDrive, you have two options. Either you can put it with password protection, you can put it without password protection. So the earlier two backup which we took for 25, you can see that there are 325th backup. For the earlier restoration, no password is required because we didn't set that security. But for the last one, there is an option of password. So suppose I'm restoring the last one. So you can set that how many backup you want to restore. Suppose we are restoring only one over here. End of list. So once I open this, it is asking me password for restoration. I'm clicking the password, replace. So see, the backup get restored and the restoration was with the password. Now there was one more option which we saw, that was recovery. So we have kept the my email ID under recovery. So in my email, we will get one recovery email. So I'm logging to my email. So we can see in my mailbox. Can anyone in the audience tell me mailbox available? Like, can you see the mailbox? Okay, so you can see at 3:34, the email is available, that is recovery key to restore the Vertex data. So it is telling me, dear user, backup of your company with backup password is scheduled to TallyDrive. In case you forget the data, the recovery key is this, and with this you can recover the data. So friends, here I would say that Tally 7.0 is really beautiful and really automated. The recovery key, the password protection, the automatic backup process has made it so amazing that you can suggest to your multiple clients who want to be tension free for backup, like Currently in this IT era, taking the backup, managing the backups, having the substitute of backup is a key challenge. And with this Tally 7.0, you can guide this to your client with zero additional cost, no external agency involved, and Tally company itself is giving you 1 GB free space. You just need to have updated TSS. I have shown you in just 5 clicks, this backup process is done. Anyone can learn. You just need to give a 5 minutes training to your clients, to your accountants, and they can do this backup process completely automated. So again, moving to the presentation screen, and we'll again come to Tally screen. So friends, this is again the third thing is TallyDrive portal view. So as I show you that you can see the data available on your TallyDrive through two options. Either you can see through your Tally login, and you can even see through the portal login. I'll show you both the aspects. So let's see both the aspects. So we are currently on the Tally screen. On any given day, if you want to see that how many datas are there in your backup file, like how many datas are there in your Tally drive, you can simply see through this option, that is Tally drive, manage Tally drive. So once you click on manage Tally drive, it will show you. So currently in my Tally drive, this many backups are available with the date, with the timing, and with their storage. It even asks me that manage user rights, so I can set the rights of user wise. Like suppose I don't want my accountant to see, then I can manage the right accordingly. You even have an option to extend storage. So currently this data RSA in MB, KB, it's fine. But for a for big companies where the storage, you need excessive storage, you can even opt for excessive storage. Tally is giving you facility to increase the storage. The by default storage available for single user is 1 GB. So currently it is telling me available storage is 1000 MB of 1 GB available. Means this data, the sums total is of 1000 MB. Out of 1 GB, this much MB has been used. So I have an option to extend storage. I have an option to manage users. And the another option to see the data available in my Tally drive, that is online portal. So we'll go on the online portal and see that. So I'm going on the online portal. You have to simply go to Tally Solution website. You have to simply log in. Currently, I've already logged in. So I have to click on my account. So my customer portal will come. So under my customer portal, there is an option called Tally Cloud Service. Under that, there is an option called Tally Drive Service. So friends, what I did, I have simply logged into my Tally portal, online Tally portal. Under that, I have logged into Tally Cloud Service. In that, there is an option called Tally Drive Management. Under Tally Drive Management, there is an option called Tally Drive Storage. So you can see here, I can see that how many backups are there online. So you can see the recent Vertex data which we took under backup is available over here. Vertex data 25th Feb 327. So friends, this is how we can see online as well as offline the data available in TallyDrive. Now again moving to the presentation part. So friends, so far as TallyDrive is making your work super faster by one-time backup option, schedule option, managing TallyDrive, Tally portal services, and restoring in one click with complete password protection and recovery key option. The recovery key option is super faster, that it one click in your email box also you get the recovery key. Whenever you feel that you have missed the data, with that recovery key, you can restore the data in one click. So yes, everything comes with an safety aspect. So as the backup is in one click, as a owner, as a accountant, we should keep the security of our tally.net id and password. See, whenever we are using mobile, we ensure the privacy with the passcode, we ensure the atm privacy with the pin, we ensure the laptop privacy with the credential, we ensure the transaction privacy with otp. And same way for auto backup privacy, we need to ensure the protection of our tally.net id and by user controls. And third thing, by maintaining the privacy of the password by restricting the unauthorized users. This TallyDrive even has an option of user management. This I will show you in the presentation itself. Is the presentation screen visible to all of you, right?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm asking again and again because today I had some glitch in my system, so I'm not able to connect what you are seeing. So with user protection, you can even restrict the user which you don't want to involve in this backup process. Let's see through a demonstration how it is. So see, for example, under backup, under schedule backup, like under control center, you can set the users. Like if any other id, if you want to give them right, you can give the right of the data online. Like for example, to your ca, if you want to give this data right, you can add the tally.net id of your ca and give the right of the backup. So in a simple terms, yes, to your chartered accountant, if you don't want to email the data for audit process, you can add the chartered accountant ID in the control center under user management. Once this is done, in the login portal of your CA, you will be able to see the data and that CA can restore that data. So it is very simpler. Like recently we log into the online portal. There is an option of user management. Under user management, you have to add the .NET ID of your CA. Next is storage extension by customer. Yes, customer can extend the storage if you want. That is again a simple process. Like there are some charges for additional storage. You have to pay for that. And extend storage option is available on right hand side of the port of your dashboard. I'll show you the extend storage option. So under Tally, in the gateway, this is gateway of Tally. Here itself, there is an option called data, manage TallyDrive. So here under F6, if I click on F6, it will give me an option of extend storage. So once I click on here, it will take in me to the Tally portal. And you can online buy the storage capacity.
I think it got hanged or something. Maybe you can just tell the.
Right, right. So you can see like here, based on the, you can add the detail and accordingly you can increase the storage. Okay, so friends, let's move to the second aspect. We saw with the TallyDrive. Now we are moving to SmartFind. So SmartFind is, again, I would say that it is the Hey Siri feature of Tally. In my words, why I'm telling it is Hey Siri, because for any layman, if you don't know anything and you simply know that हाँ मेरी books में कोई Ram करके है party and I want to see everything of that, you simply write Ram and all the information will come. For example, I am a complete layman, a 70-year-old person, and I want to see that my employees have sold how many Samsung mobile. Simply write Samsung, all the detail of that Samsung will come. So let's practically see that how it works. So journey about it is that earlier we had a go to menu, we even have a save you menu, we had a dashboard feature. Now this feature of Smart Find is beating all this because it is having multiple variation. Now why it is having multiple variation, let's see that. So moving on to complete demonstration, live demonstration of that, going to the Tally screen itself. So can you all see the Tally screen? Woman, see, Tally screen is available, right? Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
at the top itself, we have a find detail option. So if I'm simply clicking, say Samsung, I have just written Samsung. So wherever in my Tally, wherever this word would be there, all transaction will come. So Tally came up with that there are 7 sales, one purchase, one credit note, and one stock item. So very simple. Any layman can simply write one word and see the information. Now drilling this information is more simpler. How it is? Just click it. You can go to that transaction. Just click it. You want to go and go to the transaction. Now, for example, I want to drill it in a more detailed manner. I want to see that Samsung, that too only to Saurav trader. For example, many times we see na that Saurav ko kitni bar Samsung becha. So how you can do that? You can simply write over here Samsung and Saurav. So Samsung and Saurav, wherever they are together, those transactions will come. Now you can see in this menu, only those transactions are coming, which is having Samsung as well as Saurav. Now I want to see that those transactions which is having either or, like Samsung is also there, or and other thing is also there. So Samsung, for example, I am writing Samsung and I want to put or. So for or, Tally has given this option of putting this slash. Samsung and cash. For example, any transaction which is having Samsung, which is having cash. So you can see that Samsung cash, this transaction is having only cash. This transaction is having only Samsung or cash. Now again we will see this transaction is having Samsung. Now the beauty of this is you can have even exact match, you can have the similar match. Now how similar match works, for example, under this F1 feature, we are going to the F1 feature. Under F1 there is an option called setting. Under setting there is an option called find. So under find, what will happen, whatever smart find we are doing, it will ask that whether you want to do smart find for all loaded companies or for one company. So if you put all loaded company, wherever this ledger would be there in any of the company, we can search. For example, I am giving my one product from my three businesses. I am having ABC LLP, XYZ LLP, and one proprietorship firm. From all these three company, I am selling to say one party, that is Alpha company. If I want to get the data of Alpha company from all these three company together, with this SmartFind, it becomes super simpler. How? I can give a search with a command to search it from all loaded company. So what I will do, I will load all my three companies, that is ABC Limited, PQR Limited, and my proprietor, and I will simply search Alpha. Then Alpha in whichever company it is there, it will show me. Same way, now it is having that show result for all, whether it is available in master or transaction. So whenever you write any word, it will ask you that whether you want to see it under at a master level or you want to see it at transaction level. Now currently the filter which I have set is all result. So whether it is available at master or at transaction, at both level it will get reflected. Then the third filter is any word is present. For example, there is Ram Trader, there is Ram Enterprise, there is Ram LLP. If I am selecting any word, the tally will work to show me all these three because it will follow the policy any word is there. Then include similar spelling. Now this is very important because many a time in India we write wrong spelling. Like one person is writing stationary NERY and one person is writing stationary NIRY. Now under include similar spelling, even the wrong spelling, any spelling which is similar to that will get catched. So if I am writing that yes, even similar spelling will come. Now include contains match. Now what is include contains match means anything which is included, like this also we'll see under demo. For example, it is ABC Limited and another is XYZ Limited. So I am searching with the word limited. Both the transaction will come because it will see any word is getting matched. And the third is if you want to maintain the history of this search. If you want to maintain, it will put yes. If you don't, suppose I am putting it yes. So now, for example, currently three companies are loaded: National Enterprise, Sonal, Vertex. So if I am searching cash, cash for all three companies will come. Sonal, so it is showing me company. Under National Enterprise, this transaction are under cash. Under Sonal, this transaction are under cash. Under Vertex, this transaction are under cash. And at master level also it is showing. Under National Enterprise, cash in hand is there. So you can see that at all group level, I can see for all loaded company the particular line item. Now, for example, I am doing one more type of search. Now, as I have kept the history, it is putting the history that recently I have searched cash, I have searched path like this. Now let's search one more thing. For example, we will see EXP, expense. Just a moment, it is getting loaded because so now you can see exp, even it is covering complete expense, it is even covering included transaction expense. Under ledger also all transaction with expense, because what we command we have given, we have given the command of similar match. Now let's move to exact match. Now, if I go for exact match, it is giving only where complete EXPN is there. Again, I am moving to include similar match. Now, under EXP, you can see this many transactions are coming. Again, let's create some ledger and understand this more nicely. So I'm creating one ABC limited data. I'm again creating one ABC. So if I search over here limited, it will come with all the limited. ABC limited, XYZ limited. If I search here is, I'm simply writing ABC limi. For example, there is one more option called where you want to have two things together. For example, and is for colon. So say there is no transaction where these two things are together. So it is telling no result found. Again, moving to the presentation part. So under SmartFind with Alter F, you can find anything in one click. Find from anywhere, similarity match, find across the companies, finding a single word in one click, finding with a similar word, find with a partial keyword. This is interesting, find with a partial keyword. So let's see how it works. So suppose here the person is searching some, say, he is searching say Bhagya, then even half word is written, complete word will come because he has searched with the partial keyword. As we saw, include similar, include contains match. So if any word is getting contained in that, it will come. So once we have done include contain match, the earlier search, like again I will show, the earlier search was having only Bhagya solution because it was only, we have written Bhagya as a search. Now once we include contain match, like once we change the option to include contain match, it will give you other option, other transaction also. Include contains match. If I'm clicking in the yes, once I click it to yes, it will come show the other ledgers also with a similar name. Bhagyavati, Bhagyalakshmi, all these transactions are coming because we have changed the filter to include contain match. Means anything contained in that will also come. So this is again important, similar. So for example, if I click on this similar search, even with the wrong spelling, for example, here the search name is Agarwal. Here in the transition, it is written with double G. Then also it is getting searched because I have selected similar match. So this is many time important because in India we many time do spelling errors. But your search engine will not fail with the spelling error because you have selected the option called search the similar transaction as well. So example here, John, then also John is also getting searched. I am just written Jon. Still it is searching John. I have written wrong spelling of refrigerator. Still it is getting searched with the correct spelling. Because Tally is going with the logic of search similar names. This is again interesting. I am searching Ramaya. There is no Ramaya coming. Now I am clicking include similar spelling. Once I include similar spelling, this transaction is getting traced in spite of the spelling is completely different. The search one is, I'll again show you that. I have searched Ramaya, Ramaya. Now the answer is coming, no result found. But once I include similar spellings, I'm giving the command of include similar spelling. Once I give this command, Tally will show me the similar spelling, that is Ramaiyah. So looking to the Indian audience, this feature is again very helpful where you don't know the exact spelling or where you just need know a particular word. You can search with those aspects also. Again on the Tally screen, I'm showing you where these options are available. So we are on the gateway of Tally. Under find search, you can search anything. Say for example, I'm searching cash. Here you have an option called exact match, similar match. Under F12, you have all the option. You have two option whether you want to see for all company or one company, and all these filter option are available in F1 menu. So go to F1, go to setting. Under setting, there is a last third option called find. Under find, you have all this filter like find within loaded company, like you want to search for single company or all loaded company. You want to see result for all or for only master or transaction. You want to see result for any word present or all word present. For example, any word present means if I am searching limited, it will give me all ledger containing limited, ABC limited, XYZ limited, PQR limited. And if I'm searching all words are present, it will only show me that particular word itself. It will only show me if the ledger is having only name as limited. Suppose I am showing AB, searching ABC limited, ledger with ABC limited will only come. But if I put it to any word, if I search ABC limited, the ledger containing ABC limited means if the name is ABC Alpha Limited, that will also get pop up because the search is any word is present. Then include similar spelling that we also current recently saw like exp, expense, Ramaya, Rama, all similar spellings would get. Include contains match, again like single word or full word, and you want to maintain the history of search, yes or no. So this all filtration for find search you can do in F1 menu. So this was the second pro tip. Now moving on the third pro tip. Moving back to the presentation. So we saw the partial search we saw for multiple companies. So Tally has came up with multiple shortcut like in search menu you can use this and slash, or for example recently we saw if we want to have two things together we can use and, like steel and cement together. If you want, or you can use this slash steel slash cement. If you want not, like if you want one transaction one word and you don't want other word, So these are multiple shortcut keys for search under SmartFind. So these are all FAQ, which at the end, if time permits, I will take. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm just taking the.
I think we are not covering the payments part today. We will cover the reconciliation.
Okay. Komalji, our question answers are there, like how it is?
A few questions were there which I reverted, and some are just few of them. I think let us go with the flow and complete the entire bit, and then we can take up anything new.
Okay. So let's move on to the banking part. If you want me to take the question answers for TallyDrive and SmartFind, or I shall take banking
Actually,
part.
there isn't few questions. I had reverted to them because they were fairly simple on the price and the increment backup and everything. So that those are done.
Okay. So let's move on to the TallyPrime banking aspects. So friends, as I said that this pro tips are on the AI version of Tally. So yes, Tally banking has now become, I would say, again a AI version banking, because your reconciliation is done automatically. How it is done, that we'll see right now. So with Tally has been connected with the three banks. One is Kotak, Axis, and SBI. If you it has been partnered. So for this three bank, if you have all the credential, with real time you can have the backup done. Like backup in sense, all the transaction from the internet portal of your bank, like your net banking, get automatically reported in your Tally data. So you don't need to do manual reconciliation, or you don't need to import the bank statement. Just once your banks get connected with your TallyPrime 7.0, all the transaction get fetched, even the UTR number get fetched, even the bank balance get fetched, and transaction get reconciled. So let's see how it is done. So first thing what we need to do is that we have to configure the bank ledger. So whichever is the ledger in your bank account, in your Tally, in your 7.0, you have to configure with the details, with all the information, with login credential, and you need to validate with the OTP. So let's see how it is done. So there is an option called, we are just going to that bank ledger. Here in this data demo data, we have a Axis Bank data. So you have to alter the bank configuration, enable e-payments. Once you enable e-payments to yes, Tally will ask you all the login credential and validate with the OTP. You have to even update in your bank portal, and you have to confirm with your relationship manager at bank. So here it is asking you that where you want to export the data, whether you want to generate auto payment advice. So under this new system, Tally 7.0 is giving you facility to automate your payment advice and emailing that payment advice to your vendor itself. So here you have to give the email ID where you want to have a copy of that uh, pay slip. So payment advice get emailed to this alternate ID as well. So it even asks you the path of the information, like payment advice, the documents. Once this bank ledger is confirmed, the next step is enabling online payments. So there is, again, under exchange menu, there is an option. I'll show you again. So there is one exchange menu. Under exchange menu, all banking option is there. Here, bank connection. So you have to log in to the logging to your .NET ID, and you can see that which banks has been set as connected. So currently all the three banks has been connected. Here we have to click on the option. See, you can see that on the left hand side there is an right hand side there is an option manage online payment. Simply click it yes, validate with OTP, and online payments has been successful. Now let's see how the transactions are getting settled. So we are going to any particular ledger outstanding say. So currently in this ledger say Amit trader, there are three transactions which are outstanding. And say we are settling all these three transactions. So how it works? You have to write all the information, bill settlement, enter. Now here it is asking me to check this transaction. Once I have saved this transaction, now under exchange menu for send payment option is there. So once I will click on send payment. So see what I did. Basically, we did first this, we searched this ledger. Then we saw the transaction to be settled. We selected all those transaction, and under one click we are sending. We have generated it to send. Now to send this payment to bank portal, under exchange menu we have to go to the option called send payment. In that menu it will show that how many transactions are yet to be sent to bank. So under HDFC one transaction is there, under Axis one transaction is there. So for Axis this transaction is there, I'm simply clicking on. Once I click it, it will ask me that whether I want to export or whether I want to send. So there are two options available. One, you can manually export it and manually give to your bank for payment. The another is to send. Once I click to send, this transaction will go to directly to my portal. Now you can see the beautiful part. Here I can see my online bank balance before sending what I did. See, we are yet to send this payment, but yes, before sending it for payment, I want to see my bank balance, live bank balance. So under F12 menu, there is an option to see available balance. So you can see available balance. It is showing with the time. Now, there are chances that my tally has not contacted with the bank portal recently. So you can even have refresh button and see the very latest balance. How can that can be done? Get balance option is there under exchange menu. Once I click on get balance, Tally will contact to the portal and get the latest balance. So you can see you have an option to see the balance at both the level. Under F12, the balance has been fetched about the last communication with the portal. But under get balance option, under exchange menu, you can see the real time balance of your bank. So we saw the real time balance of the bank. Once we see the real time balance, yes, balance is available. I can send this transaction for payment. It is asking me OTP. give the OTP of the payment for the payment. Once I give the OTP, the transaction gets closed. The payment has been sent to bank, status submitted. Now one status, I want to see the final status of the transaction. So that we can see over here. E-payments. So under e-payment menu, I can see that for which bank, how many transaction has been sent for payments. So it is showing me that this many transaction has been sent. So you can see that this many has been submitted, this many has been processed. Even the UTR number are getting fetched online. Get online payment status. Once I see online payment status, it will tell that this many transaction has been authorized. Now the most important part is auto bank reconciliation. So how it works? Under exchange menu, there is an option called get statement. So we saw send payment, we saw bank get balance. Now we are seeing get statement. So for any of the bank, you can get the statement. Now once you get the statement, it is telling you that ready to import. Again clicking on that. So here you can see that whichever transaction which by default Tally is getting confirmation that yes, it is getting reconciled, it will reconcile. Like whichever online payments which we are doing directly from Tally, Tally will be having all the information like UTR number, and Tally will auto reconcile those transactions. So you can see that 4 transaction has been automatically reconciled. Even the UTR number are getting fetched. And automated payment advice also goes to your client. I will show you how it looks like. So it goes with complete settlement summary, and in the configuration part we saw that yes, we want to generate auto payment advice and get the copy of auto payment advice to our email ID. The email ID which Tally is taking for auto payment advice is the ID which you are keeping in the ledger of that person and even at the payment window. So once that transaction is coming for your payment, there we have an option of writing the ID. I'm again showing you where to write this ID. So once we settle the transaction, like for this party, we settled this transaction for Amit Trader. Once we are settling this transaction, here only under F12 menu, it will ask me to write the email ID. So at the time of e-transfer only, you have to give the email ID. The payment advice will go to that email ID. So under bank allocation, you have an option to write email ID, and the another option is at the time of payment configuration. Like when we configured the payment, there we have written this ID. So just a moment, there is one more video for banking aspect. Meanwhile, Komalji, we can take the question answers also.
Yeah. Uh, Question answers. Okay, so one of the requests, so how you could show the restoring through the schedule backup. So they were requesting if you can explain the restoring through the incremental backup also. Is that possible?
Yes, we can show.
Okay.
So we are going to the tally screen. Suppose I am taking the backup of this data. First, we are doing the backup. Basically, for incremental backup, you have to restore both the earlier version and the incremental data as well. So we have set the instruction of 427 for taking the incremental backup. So let's wait for a while. Okay, so now let's see, backup would have been updated. So let's see, vertex 428 backup, incremental backup has been taken. Now, if I want to restore this data, I'll go to company menu, data, backup and restore. Restore from TallyDrive. So it is asking me that which data I want to restore. So the last one is 428 one. So data has been restored. In the path which is there in restore, like this path, data is available. C drive user. at this C drive user public TallyPrime data, the restore data is available. And you can see the recent data, that is 4:30. The backup has been restored. The incremental data has been restored. Komalji, I think query has been resolved. Like we can
Yeah.
download the incremental data also in seconds.
Okay. Thank you, Sonal Jain. I think there were three questions on the same thing only.
Okay.
One is, so did we show them currently connected payments or connected the auto bank reconciliation
Actually,
part?
with the time constraint, I cannot do the live demonstration of banking part. I do
No, no,
like
matlab, just asking if you showed the payments part or did you show the reconciliation part? Because accordingly, I'll take up the question which is not
no,
related
I
to
do payment reconciliation both, but that were through recorded videos. We didn't
okay.
connect it with real bank. With the technical glitch and time constraint, I couldn't connect it on real time
No,
basis. But
that's okay. That's
uh,
okay. I think it's fairly because everybody is going to use their data and do on the
uh,
same. The process is simply same.
But yes, we went through the online payments. We even went through the auto reconciliation part. We even saw how bank balance and the UTR get fetched. So you can take the question of that. And I would request the audience that you can practically try this online banking. But once you will try, it is a very user-driven and automated process. You just need to connect the bank once. Then your banking becomes super faster because all your bank transaction get fetched in the data automatically. It is very similar to the sync process. Like if anyone has done that two backup sync, with one click the backup used to get synced. So for banking also it is like that. With one click, like exchange bank, you can get the UTR detail, bank balance, you can get the transaction reconcile. And for any payment which is done in Tally, the mapping is automatically done on portal of your bank. Because generally we currently we are facing two layer. We do payment entry in your Tally data, then we go to online banking, we again add the beneficiary, we put the payment. So two times the efforts are going double. But with this update in Tally, you just need to post the payment entry in Tally, and the payment itself advice itself get emailed to your vendor with a copy of your payment advice to you. So you're getting your time saved, and your reconciliation get eliminated because any transaction posted through Tally get auto mapped, auto reconciled by Tally. So I insist the audience to start using this auto banking.
Thank you so much, Sonalji. That was very kind of you to say. And thank you so much for using it first beforehand so that you could tell it and explain it from your own
Right.
experience. So I think
So
that what made the session more holistic and good. So I think there are a few questions. One of them is asking how to connect to the connected banking. Sir, is there any process to connect SBI Bank in Tally? Yeah. So connected banking, will it be possible to show you in a,
I'll again show you, done. Just a moment.
yeah. Uh,
The first slide itself was this only. Just a
yeah.
moment.
Yeah, exactly. Matlab, they show how to do the setup part. Yeah.
So currently Tally has done tie-up with three banks, Kotak, Axis, and SBI. So let's see how to configure the bank. So for configuration, it is very simple. You have to go to the ledger of your bank. Under ledger, you have to enable the online payment. So set alter banking configuration, yes. And enable the e-payments, that is last option.
And you can also disable it if you don't want to do the payment, because I think there is one more question that says, Ki, I don't want to make the payment from Tally directly. I want it to be
This is
disabled. So this is where you disable it.
uh,
Okay.
you can disable it. So once you enable it, you have to just give one confirmation to your relationship manager also, because at the bank side also they enable this option, because somewhere you are giving a signal to your online bank portal that I want to connect it. So your RM will also connect it as a contract. Tally has already signed with the respective bank, but as a confirmation, you have to communicate to your RM. So once it is done, one OTP will come. And like those who want to really try it, we can even share them this presentation also for step by step guidance.
This file is way too heavy to send on the Zoom because even on WhatsApp, when I could send you, it took me a,
Right.
a long time. Maybe you can try it in the chat if you are able to send it. If it is saved in your system somewhere, you can do the
What
attachment
what
part
we
here.
can do, we can even email them tutorials
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
Like
If you have, yeah. So, the
I
best
have those
thing would be,
tutorials. I have small tutorials. I can share them also.
yeah. In fact, I was just coming to this, ki, you can just go to Tally Help and everything you will get in brief. Like these tutorials are a long thing. So if you just go to Tally Help and put this key, you want to see incremental backup or you want to see the configuration backup, everything is available in short 7 minutes video. It's a very brief one. So I think it would be easier for you and for your staff to train. That would be also for a reference purpose.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Uh,
if you have the link, Sonalji, you can share in the chat as well the YouTube
right.
link or whatever which you are referring to. I think that would
Yes.
be easier. Yeah. Meanwhile, one more time, because we had new joinees to our CA Connect forum, I had shared the link to our join our WhatsApp community by Tally. So I'll just resend once again. If you are not yet part of it, 1 second, I'll just do that. Uh, where is it? So, how was today's session? Can I get a reaction for Sonal Ji? Did you like it, minus the part of the early glitches? I'm sure the concise way she has explained it, really she made up for it. Uh, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Thakur. Great, great experience. Wow. See, Sonalji, I think you can see the reactions are all for you. So thank you so much. I will request, hope the first session of CA Connect won't be your last. Please stay tuned. We do it every Wednesday, minus some audit due dates or festivals. So we make it like every Wednesday we learn something new of TallyPrime, and it's the communication goes to chartered accountants. It's more like by the CA for the CA concept, so that you can understand with their practical experiences as well. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you so much, Sonal ji, for your time and the with the precision you had explained step by step. That's really great. So thank you so much, all. The recording link also I have added.
Thank you, Tally, for this opportunity, and really sorry for earlier technical glitch, but I hope I have covered all the three pro tips, and I request each user to try this pro tip. I am really impressed with this new version, because I can say that Tally is turning AI with this.
Thank you so much, but I think let's use our words correctly. While Sonalji is kind enough to use, but yeah,
I
very
can
soon.
say, but somewhere it is a march towards AI only, as world
Yeah,
is
definitely,
AI.
definitely. We are there.
I am
Lots
not
of
telling
people.
it is 100% AI, but somewhere the look and feel, the experience of auto backup, auto reconciliation, SmartFind is somewhere going towards AI, and that itself says that Tally is changing with the changing world.
Yeah,
So I
thank
hope you.
you so much. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So, as Sonalji said, I'll request you all to experience it yourself. We are here for you. You can always put in your queries in our CA community, or you can write to support at Tally Solutions, or you can directly, be at our CA Connect forum every Wednesday to see what Tally Prime has to offer for more. So, thank you so much, Sonalji. I will now end the session
Yes, yes. Thank
with
you
your
so much.
permission. Yeah, thank you.